Good morning, family. This morning, I gotta go to Fort Chadbourne Cemetery. I haven't been there in a while, so I'm gonna have to look it up on the map since you gotta get there. But it should be cool. Let me rephrase that. Did I say it should be cool? No, it should be cold, man. It is cold out here right now. Gonna get this tractor started and get it warmed up while I'm fueling up. Man, she didn't want to start. It was real cold start. Well, this morning I gotta wait for, I thought I was gonna have to go dig a grave and then put my lowering device up on a direct burial for today, but come to find out the burial process will be tomorrow at 10, not this morning. So there's no great big rush to get out there. So that's cool, man. I'll chill out and let the sun come up, you know, and maybe possibly warm up a little bit, hopefully. Yeah, so that'd be cool. I was gonna have to break out my coveralls, but now I won't have to maybe I won't have to do that. I still might, I don't know, it depends on how cold it is. Because sitting up there on that tractor in the cold weather, man, and all I wear is just these thin Dickies pants, so they're not very thick at all. All right, y'all, here we go on the road again. Coming up to this cemetery, Fort Chadbourne Cemetery, reminds me of the last time I had come out here with my coworker Chris, and it was the same type of weather. It was real cold, and we had went in there. I think we had a box that we had to put in there, so because of the box, the grave has to be a bit longer, and we had to move a headstone to accommodate that box. I prized up that, it was just a little stone. So I prized it up out of the way, and wouldn't you know it, there was a baby rattlesnake curled up under there. But it was real cold, so he wasn't moving fast at all. So I just kind of scooped him up with the shovel nice and gently and slipped him over the fence. So maybe he'll find him someplace cool where hopefully warm. But yeah, that was my last experience at Fort Chadbourne Cemetery. Check this out. I'm following the maps, and according to the maps, I'm supposed to go on for another half mile and turn down Fort Chadbourne Road, but that sign over here says Fort Chadbourne Cemetery, so this is where I want to be. Cool. I could see that in the rear view, and it was like, what the heck? But that's just a mesquite twig. Gonna let that tractor warm up and walk around and look for the grave. It's supposed to be a headstone here, so maybe we'll find it. And the fort way is back over there, according to the maps, about half a mile, allegedly. Let's see what the name was. Tony is the last name. There's an old monument. Old monument got growed into. Check it out. tree growing around it. That. Ooh, there's one of my favorite little cactus right there. I love them cactuses. I'll be seeing them in cemeteries. If they're out in the open somewhere, I'll pop them out. I got a bunch of them at the house. But if they're inside somebody's lot, I don't mess with it. Because they're special cactuses and everybody deserves to have one. If and they choose to grow on your lot, then that's where it'll be. Check out the little designs on this stool right here. Let me know in the comments what y'all see. That is cool right there. That pink quartz. Is it? Great. Marble. Let's hope that ain't it. Huh? Stone's gone. Show y'all a pretty rose on this Cunningham stone. That rose in between there is beautiful. That is cool looking. And then the first headstone I see had the name Rose on it. That one right there. Oh wow, check this out. Rose. It's the first thing I saw after looking at that rose. That y'all remember seeing that stone over in Fort McCabbot. Same style stone. The sun's coming on it just right. You can see the design. Wow, look at that guy. That's massive. Odom, huh? Got the half-veiled urn. No. Look at that. That's like looks like an acorn. Like right there. Looks like leaves. So it's like a seed. It's a half-veiled seed. But this is what I wanted to show you. That is cool, man. The stonemasons did that. Very cool. See any type of identifying marker or anything in there. That is, yeah, and trees growed up in there. All right, now, Tony, that's neat. Running out of cemetery here. Wrought iron gate. Those things are cool. Man, I hope it's not inside one of these gated areas. Van Zandt. I knew a Van Zandt in my hometown. Neat little design. Oh, check that out. That's pretty cool. Riding off into the sunset. I didn't even notice like the pyramidal Ooh, check that out. That is pretty cool. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Yep. O.D. Tony. Vesta Joyce Tony. This is it. Alright. The search is over. Dang, I walked through this whole cemetery too looking for it. Started over here, walked all the way around, all the way, come back through the middle port, all the way around here, worked on the outside, and here we are. Not quite the last, but there ain't many left. That's it right there. All right. Well, that was cool, man. We got to check out the whole cemetery together. Home on the range. Little baby. January 2nd born, January 3rd passed. Oh, baby. Well, there's a cool little potted cactus.